Hello, this is SamJack58 once again, giving you a demonstration on how I play the Terran. This is going to be once again a outnumbered match with me in favor, with 4 on the home team, 2 on the away team. This map is the Zerg Plains, and I expect this map to be no longer than 15 minutes. So right off the start, once again, units will be going to mineral fields. The command center will begin our new SCVs, and now what's different from the Terran, from the Zerg and the Protoss, is that their units must stick around when the building is being completed. For the Zerg, their drones turn into the building, while for Protoss, a warp gate simply opens, allowing the building to spawn on its own. Terran are also like the Zerg in the fact that a rush can usually be performed early. However, the Zerg still hold the rush advantage. So as we can see here, my population counter has hit 7 out of 10, unlike the Zerg, which starts off with 7 out of 9, based on the fact that they only have 1 overlord. So, this next XCV will be diverted to creating a bunker right here. The next SCV will complete supply depots right here, as I tend to keep non-essentials out of the way. So now the barracks will begin construction. As we can see in our allies' bases, barracks are being completed, and units are just doing minerals. Vespian gas is not completed until at least the first bunker and supply depot has been completed. As we can see with orange, they are already beginning on their supply depot. So, where we are, our barracks is almost a fourth of the way done. So we will turn to the command center, where we will get one more SCV to begin with our supply depots. So supply depots will be placed out of the way, along with any primarily research buildings. So as the barracks will be completed, Marines will spawn. Please note that unlike the Zerg, both Protoss and Terran forces do not have units at which they use to increase population cap. Buildings suffice. So you must use units to be scouts for your vision. So we will now make a second barracks right next to it, as the Terran units usually have extended periods of time in the waiting. In our allies bases, we can see that the lights are blinking, meaning that units are being produced. So, refineries, supply depot, barracks, fire bats, supply depot, barracks, refinery. All of my computer allies are going exactly for the barracks refinery combo. I have one Zerg ally who seems to be beginning a rush. So I will use these 2 Marines to go scout for me. The fire bat requires the academy, which also produces upgrades for your Marine and Medic. Ah, a choke point. Bunkers here, here, and here will provide an excellent defense strategy against any oncoming attacks. Extending further, we will find an expansion point right outside of our gate. Luckily in this map, it is no real need to defend this expansion point, as with defenses here, and your army here, it can be easily reached. I will recall these Marines. As the second supply depot is finished, I will begin construction of the bunkers. This will come back and create the academy. Now, in our allies' bases, we can see that the Marines are already coming out, and the academies are going up. In our Zerg base, we can see that the spawning pool is done, and 2 sunken colonies have been created for their base defense, expanding their creep. So I will now move our Marines to our just completed bunker. Now what the bunker does is offer 350 hit points. After the 350 hit points have been used up, the Marine will be exposed, where their 40 effective hit points would come into play. So moving them up to get instantly bunkered. So as we see here, our academy has not been built yet. So instantly getting back on that, we will build our academy. Now then, getting them. So we now have a 2 bunker completely filled as a defense for any rushes. Now as playing the Zerg, bunkers are usually a good idea combined with the fire bats, as Zerglings are easily taken out by fire bats in bunkers. However, I will also build a 3rd bunker as a semi-reserve. In case one of these bunkers is taken out, I can still have one last bunker in reserve. So in one of our allies, you can see that their academy is up. 2 barracks are functioning, refinery is producing, and they only have 3 supply depots at this time, with a 4th on its way. Only one of their barracks is actually producing units. So, over at our base, you can see that the 3rd and final bunker has been completed. And we will move this units back to begin with the refinery. Now, seeing as I have fallen a little bit behind by looking at my allies' bases, I will get 2 of my drones to work on this refinery. As you can see, this is the fire bat, 4 supply depots, 2 barracks, the command center, and the refinery. Now, what I find very, very useful in this game is to create a Comstat station. What that will allow you to do is sweep for enemy units on the map. As you can see, the academy contains upgrades for the Marines, fire bats, as well as the medics. With our defenses fine, our barracks sitting, and the refinery and mineral fields at a substantial amount, I believe it is safe enough that we can build this